Far from the familiar whitewashed island villages and the chaos of Athens, there lies another very different Greece that few tourists ever see, here in the mountains of Macedonia. This is home to Yiannis Boutaris, a member of Greece's most prominent winemaking dynasty. He walked away from a life as a powerful industrialist after accepting the bitter irony that having built a fortune on alcohol, he was also an alcoholic.
I got fed up with many things. Alcohol, a way of life, businesses and running after money and running after, profit and, all these things. And it seems that I woke up one morning and I said, enough, I don't need that.
He sold out of the family business, buying this smaller winery to fund the new passion in his life, conservation. This born-again environmentalist now calls on fellow Greeks to pause in their increasingly frenetic urban lives and smell the sweet mountain air. And his new vision is focused here on the village of Nymphaea, the ancestral home of the Boutaris family.
This is where I come from, this is my history. It's a compact thing of the way I want to live. It's this easygoing thing, not many needs, you don't have too many needs. The aesthetics of the village in general is something very, very important.
Like so many Greek villages, Nymphaea was dying. The young, lured away by the prospect of a better life in the cities. Just a handful of pensioners remained that endured the long years of war and rural poverty.
The church has a stone roof.
Determined to preserve part of Greece's rapidly disappearing rural heritage, Yiannus invested millions of dollars, faithfully restoring the village.
1867.
And now it's as good as new.
Yeah.
To help fund his dream, he's opened a couple of small hotels,
So this is
recreating Nymphaea's glory days of a century ago, when this was a prosperous village of Greek traders who travelled the length and breadth of the Ottoman Empire.
So this is typical Nymphaea.
It looks very Ottoman, very Turkish.
Yes.
How is that?
There is no difference in between the Turkish way of living and the Greek way of living of that period.
And this is how all the houses were decorated?
Yeah.
Younger villagers who thought they'd left Nymphaea forever are also returning home to help rebuild this version of paradise.
I love creating jobs for people. This is very important for me, that you don't give money to somebody. You create the conditions so that he can start working by himself. This is what I try to do. And my father was together with him.
Time magazine declared him to be one of Europe's most amazing people. And in town, he's reluctantly taken on the mantle of local hero.
Καλά είστε. Έχουμε χωριό, αν δεν ήταν ο Γιάννης δεν θα υπήρχε. Χάρης του Μπουτάρη και του Οικονόμου. Άντε, αυτά τα ξεχάσαμε.
I think they're embarrassing you. Grateful Macedonian villagers aren't the only ones returning home. Nymphaea is fast gaining a reputation for its other, somewhat furrier inhabitants brought here by Yiannus. Weighing up to 250 kilograms, they usually live deep in the surrounding forest. Once common to these mountains, Greece's brown bears were almost hunted to extinction. Now, fewer than 200 are believed to be roaming the forests. Others were raised in captivity as dancing bears, tormented and tortured by their gypsy owners to perform on street corners. Greece outlawed bear troupes 35 years ago, but the ban has only really been enforced in the past decade, since Yiannus helped found the bear preservation group Arcturos. "13 dancing and zoo bears have been rescued and now live at the Nymphaea sanctuary."
They are not able to get back to nature. First of all, because being dancing bears, they have destroyed their teeth and they have got many psychological problems, and they have not learned to live in the woods.
And this here is kukla.
Kukla.
Kukla means doll. Yes.
Chief bearkeeper Lazarus has a healthy respect for his charges. Do you have any physical contact with them? I mean,
No.
These used to be performing bears on the street.
But look at Mrs. Huh? She's like a mountain.
They may be big, but they're not exactly cuddly. The electric fence is there for a very good reason.
Imagine meeting him walking in the forest.
You don't want to see a bear in the forest.
One day during feeding, Andreas, the biggest Arcturos bear, escaped and decided he wanted to play.
Nobody knows how it happened, but Lazarus got in and he forgot to close the gate for the bear to come in. So the bear came in and he started hugging Lazarus.
But Andreas is 250 kilos and you're probably only about 70, 80.
How badly hurt were you?
Nothing serious. Only external some wounds and broken
Rib.
omoplate.
His back here was broken. Nothing serious, he says.
He tried to play. If the bear wants to make a damage, he has the power to do.
Yiannus says Greece is only now slowly discovering the benefits of environmentalism and conservation. His strategy to focus on educating the next generation here at the purpose-built Arcturos Information Centre. Some 40,000 people, mainly school children, now visit the Nymphaea Bear Sanctuary every year.
Σας άρεσε η αρκούδα λοιπόν? Ναι! Πρέπει να τη σώσουμε? Ναι! Γιατί πρέπει να τη σώσουμε, δεν και καλά? Εγώ λέω να σε εξαφανιστεί η αρκούδα.
Γιατί πρέπει να ζουν πολλά είδη στη δόση.
Yiannnis Boutaris sees a Greece today that is almost unrecognisable from a generation ago. But he warns that development and prosperity come at a cost. Do you think people in Greece are hearing your message? Are they seeing your example?
I'm not very sure about it. it's more important to persuade people who live in the villages to be more protective of their environment, how important it is to preserve certain wildlife areas, and also came up many questions. Okay, we do that now, what will happen in 100 years?